Good morning. How's everybody today? Hope you're doing well. It's a warm one already. It's not humid, but it's hot. It's already over 30 centigrade, and I'm out here with a thick t-shirt on. Well, not really thick, but thick enough for here. That's why sometimes you'll see me with no t-shirt on. It's too hot. Anyway, I got a little surprise. You remember the farmer, the old guy with the blue truck? So here he is at work. Well, it looks like he sold his farm, or sold this piece of land. Look here. I haven't been out for a few days because of the weekend. I try to stay home, and just down the road, a couple hundred meters from my house, over the weekend, they dug all this land up, leveled it all off, and dug up these channels. And I'm like, what is that for? So I came over here last night, and I was talking to the people who bought the land. I guess the farmer just got too old and didn't want to take care of it no more. Anyway, they're from Rancid area, and they found this property online and come down here and bought it. And the husband is interested in growing fruit trees. So what they're going to do is grow fruit trees on these like teeth, if you like. These are like bars. See the high point at the bar? So you got the trench, and the trench, all these trenches. So what they'll do is they're going to pump the water from the river into those trenches up to a certain point, and then the roots of the tree can get into the water will get up, and the water will come across into these points, and the roots of the tree will grab the water and grow. That's the theory. Apparently, the wife, she speaks a little bit of English, said he's done a lot of research into this, and people are starting to do this around Thailand. And you know what, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about anybody who is doing something different to grow a tree to produce some fruit, because most people who do farming, you know, it's like you cut it and then you put it, you cut the crop and the plow. There's a lot of, it's very work intensified. So I'm thinking if you just grew trees, then you're going to produce a crop, which then produces, you know, a revenue, and there's not so much work to do. Just a thought. But anyway, they planted some small citrus fruits here, lime trees already, but they're looking at different fruits trees to produce. So the next time they come down, they said they're going to measure up and decide what trees to get, and then once they know how many they need, they're going to go buy them from somewhere. Lemon trees, probably not orange trees, but anything, maybe mango, I don't know. But what are your thoughts on this? Cutting the ground like this to get the water in, or you just spray the ground with sprinkler systems? To me it seems like, I don't want to be negative, but to me it seems like a lot of land is wasted with the troughs. You know, if you're gonna, you got to put water in anyway, so why not just have a sprinkler system and put the straw around the base of the tree to keep the heat from, you know, burning and drying up the roots around the tree, like I do, and it works. I did it in America too. The sun wasn't so hot in America, but I did the same thing. They had those like round mats that you put around the tree, and then you put, the water will go through, but the weeds can't grow around the tree, and it keeps the moisture in the ground. But I do the same thing here with straw. And if you think how much space is lost, but you need space anyway between the trees, so I don't know. I have no idea. What do you think? What is your views? I'm excited to see what they do, though. They're a friendly couple. They look pretty young, but they have a daughter that's already grown up and working. So they're not that young. Maybe coming up to 50 or something. And the way they found this is people use my house, believe it or not, as a reference. They say Bon Phalang, house foreigner, because it has a hedge around it. Just driving down the road and noticed all these ducks in the pond, all facing in the same direction towards the sun. Even some Asian openbills are standing there with them, just chilling out, taking it easy. Summertime and it's hot, so I think ice cream, cool down a little bit. What do you think? Shall I? Want some? Come on. Ooh. Coffee and vanilla. What do you think? Join me? So now they bought a pump. This is in the afternoon now. And they got a pump with a 3-inch connector going down to the river with a couple of float bottles. And they got the head just below the surface, which is perfect. You can actually see, if you look closely, a little whirlwind, a little water pool where it's pulling the water down. It's a very good idea. The lady said they spent 8,000 baht for this, so when they reckon it's going to take 4 days to fill it. I say about 2 and maybe 3 at a push, because it's doing really well. I like this idea where it floats above the water. I might buy myself some 2-inch hose and do the exact same thing and put a float on it, maybe put like a life ring and put it just in the middle of that to keep it away from all the weeds that float by. That way I could, if I have to change the head, I can just pull it close to the bank without having to jump in the water. It's only have to go in there once every 3 months or so, no problem. So I'm home again. I just wanted to show you my pump, how I do my watering. So this is my little pump house, and inside is an electric pump, and it's wired over to the workshop. So I can turn the switch on inside the workshop. The pump turns and just draws the water up from the river here, and then takes it in and then puts it into these 2 pipes. One goes to the back and one goes to the front. I do like the idea of the pipe actually floating just below the surface. And I thought about it for a long time, but I think what I have is working, so why change it? And if I don't want to go in the river, I can just cut the pipe and rejoin it. But I think in the future, what I might do is buy some 2-inch pipe, and then I'll have to find a way to secure it to the plastic, because that's how it's secured to the pump. And then just let that, it's a corrugated or reinforced corrugated pipe, so it can't implode on itself, and take it down to the river and make it like a donut, maybe like something for it to sit in, and put it inside so it's like maybe a foot below the water. And then what happens is, as the water comes up, it's easier for the pump because the pickup point's at a higher place, but everywhere it goes up and down. And I guess I could put like a pole in the ground and a loop so it can go up and down and stay in a certain place, not float off down the river or anything like that. I mean, they put some bamboo in and just strapped it to the bamboo, which is a good idea too. I guess I could do the same thing. But then when the water, I mean, right now it looks cool, but when the water comes and it goes, because right now the water is really low, so I think the float thing is the best idea. More to think of. So I'm going to close off, guys, and say good night. If you have any information about that, what your views or your points, I'd like to hear it. So I'll sign off and say good night. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings. Rivers of peace, joy, and kindness on a hot day. Look after yourselves. Good night. See you in the morning.